Few days ago, ByteDance dropped C-Dance 1.0, and let me tell you, this AI video generator is insane. So I had to put it to the test and create another viral AI animated music video to see if it truly lives up to the hype, especially since it's already ranking above Google VO3. Enough talking, check this out.
From Lagos to Jogi, and I feel my sound. Even when them doubt me, I will slow down. I dey carry favor like designer gown. If you see my shine, you go bow down. Who they bless you like this and God? Who they live you like this and God? Who they vibe steady and God? Who they vibe steady and God? Who they bless you like this and God? Who they live you like this and God? Who they vibe steady and God? Who they tell you story?
If you're feeling this AI-powered animation music video, drop a fire emoji in the comments. The first step in this process is to create your music lyrics. So you could do this if you already have your lyrics written down or a music you have in mind. But in this situation, I'm going to be creating this from scratch using AI. Then I'll be using our old good friend ChatGPT 4.0. Once I come into ChatGPT 4.0, I typed in that I wanted it to act like an award-winning music artist from Africa, and I wanted it to write for me viral lyrics that would infuse Afrobeat and Amapiano, and I want the song to be sung by a lady, and I asked it that it could use Jerusalema, which is one of the popular music from South Africa, as an inspiration. ChatGPT went ahead to create the music, breaking it down for me. The music title is called Angeleyi, This is Grace, and then it gave me the information I needed. Then went ahead to create the intro, the verse, the pre-chorus, the chorus, the verse, the bridge, and as well as the outro. If you don't like any part of the lyrics, you could always go ahead to ask ChatGPT to recreate the lyrics for you, but I like this lyrics the way it is. The next thing that I did was to copy from the intro all the way down to the outro, and I'll be taking it into the next tool which we'll be using. The next step is to create our music, and I'll be using Suno AI. That's my favorite AI music generator. Once you sign into Suno, click on the create button and this opens up the create tab. The last time I created a music video, it was version 3, and now Suno has version 4.5, which we'll be using because it has so many amazing features that I want to showcase. If you want the AI to generate a song for you, you can just type in your prompt here, but since I have my lyrics ready, I'll click on custom, then paste your lyrics. In terms of the instrumental, if you switch it on, it will only give you the instruments, but I will leave it off. Then you can describe the style you want for the music, so I'll type in Afrobeat and Amapiano, so it knows which genres to use. There's also an advanced option that lets you choose how much the style influences the music. I'll set the influence to about 93% and lower the weirdness. Finally, for the song title, I'll use the title that ChatGPT provided, which is Angeleyi, This is Grace, and then click on generate. Suno will generate 2 versions of the music, and you can listen and choose the one you like. Suno generated this particular music. I played it and I liked how it sounded. If you want to make a few corrections, there are a couple of ways to do that in Suno. Let me show you. First, if you want the music to be a bit faster, you can click on the 3 ellipses, then select remix edit and choose adjust speed. I adjusted it to about 1.03x speed and kept the pitch the same, then clicked remix. Suno generated a new version of the song at the new speed. You can also make other edits by clicking edit. This opens up to the edit dashboard, which lets you change the intro, outro, verses, or any part of the music. For example, if you don't like the outro, you can select it and click replace, and Suno will generate a new version of that section. You can even rearrange sections by dragging them. In addition, Suno allows you to get stems, which means you can break the music into separate tracks like vocals and instruments. I selected the version with the adjusted speed, clicked on the ellipses again, and chose get stems. I opted to extract only the vocal and instrumental tracks. Once that was done, I downloaded both the voice and instrument tracks to use in the next step. Now that we have the lyrics and the music separated into vocals and instrumentals, the next step is to start generating the images that would fit into the music video. If you're getting value from this tutorial, smash that like button. It really helps. And if you're wondering how to even start your faceless YouTube journey, I've got you covered. Grab my free step-by-step checklist linked in the description. It's the perfect way to get started. ahead. Plus, don't miss my weekly newsletter where I break down the latest tools, trends, and strategies in the AI faceless YouTube space. It's all completely free, so hit those links below and start building your channel the smart way. I went back to ChatGPT 4.0, and this time I asked it to act as a professional music video director. I wanted the music video to be set in a curated music studio, and I asked for details according to the music's timestamps, including close-up shots and other professional angles. ChatGPT broke down the mood and camera details for different parts of the song. If you already have a vision for your music video, you can use that. But ChatGPT can help spark ideas for each scene. Once I had that direction, I started generating the images. AI image generation has improved so much that you often only need one image to create multiple scenes. My tool of choice for this is Midjourney because it generates unique images you won't find anywhere else. But of course, you can use any image generator that you prefer. Once in Midjourney, I typed in the prompt I wanted to use. I typed in this prompt, a front view of a beautiful black woman in a Japanese graffiti art style. I described the look I wanted, including her having bantu knots, layered neck rings, and wearing neon patterned robes. I also specified the background style. I used a chaos level of 45 and chose an aspect ratio that suited the project. I also picked a specific profile and set the stylization to 450. I included reference images to capture the aesthetic I was going for. After submitting the prompt, Midjourney generated a set of images. I found one I really liked, but I noticed that her clothes were a bit open, so I used the edit tool to erase and adjust that area before resubmitting the image. The new version had the adjustments I wanted, and once I was happy with it, I clicked on upscale to increase the quality. The upscaled image looked stunning. Before, we would create multiple scenes individually, but now AI is so advanced that you can use just one image to generate multiple scenes. I needed the image in a 16:9 aspect ratio, so I went back to the edit tool, selected 16:9 and resubmitted. The image expanded beautifully, and I upscaled the version I liked the most, making it ready for the next step. Now that we have our chosen image, there are a few exciting things we can do. Instead of creating multiple scenes individually, we can actually animate the image and extract the scenes we need. One way to do this is through Midjourney's new video option. When you click into the image, you'll see options at the bottom, right for auto, low motion, and high motion. The auto option animates the image without any manual input. If you want more control, you can choose low motion or high motion, and then manually type in a prompt describing what you want the animation to do. For example, you might describe the character smiling as the camera gradually zooms in. Once you hit enter, the animation starts generating. One of the great features of Midjourney is that it creates different variations of the animation, starting with a short 5-second clip. You can keep extending it for longer durations while maintaining the consistency of the character and the scene, as you can see from this 13-second clip I generated. Something to note in your prompting: if you want the camera to remain still while the character moves, use the word stationary instead of static shot to get the desired effect. This ensures that the animation stays consistent and smooth. If you like the animation and want to extend it further, you can do so automatically or add new prompts manually to guide the next part of the animation. Unlike some other tools that might change the character's look when extending, Midjourney maintains the character's consistency and aesthetics, making it seamless to use. So this is the result of the prompt we gave, where the lady is smiling and the camera is zooming in. You can see how great it looks, and it gives you 4 different options to choose from, so you can pick the one you prefer. Now, if you want the character to have a full body, do different gestures, or even change the background, you can do that in Midjourney using the edit feature. However, that can be tedious. This brings me to a new release by Flux, something called Flux Context, which allows you to edit images beautifully with just a single prompt. Wild, right? Let me show you how that works. We'll be leaving Midjourney and heading over to Flux Context. Flux Context can be accessed in multiple ways, but my preferred method is through OpenArt. If you're not familiar with OpenArt, it's an all-in-one tool that helps you create consistent characters, make adjustments, and even includes some advanced video models that we'll be testing as well. You can get a link to all the tools I used in this video in the description box. Now, when we get into OpenArt, you can go to the Create Image section, and then you'll switch the model to Flux Context Pro. Once you select the Flux Context model, you'll type in your prompt. Before typing the prompt, you click on the omni-reference button to upload the image you want to use. In this case, we upload our chosen image. From there, you can adjust details about the image, like changing the background to a yellow studio, selecting the number of images you want, and then clicking Create. Flux Context will handle the editing for you, and you can see how beautifully it transforms the image. Sometimes when creating a full body image, the facial expression might lose a bit of detail, detail, but if you simply want to adjust the image as it is, it maintains the original details perfectly. For example, you can prompt it by saying, show the full body of the lady wearing a gold heel, and then just wait for it to generate. It understands natural language really well, making the process smooth and intuitive. This is the result, and as you can see, sometimes it generates multiple hands, or the facial expression might lose a bit of detail. This is what I mentioned earlier about the quality sometimes dropping when adding elements that weren't in the original image. However, if you're simply making small adjustments, it handles those beautifully. For example, if we prompt it to show the lady touching her hair and smiling, it does a great job of capturing that change while keeping the character consistent. This is a great way to tweak images without the complexity that might come with other tools. Now that we've explored how to manipulate images and create consistent characters from different angles, the next step is to create videos using Seedance. This takes everything to a whole new level. You can access Seedance from their website, but since we're already in OpenArt, we'll just click on the videos option. This lets you upload your chosen image and select from many different video models, including Seedance. We'll choose Seedance because it provides high fidelity video. In the settings, we'll pick Pro for the best quality, set the duration to 10 seconds, and choose 1080p resolution. Just note that this will use about 800 credits since Seedance is a high quality video generator. For the prompt, we can say the lady is smiling and the camera is circling her, and then click create. We will wait for the video to be generated while we wait. Let me show you an example of the ones I created earlier. In one of the videos, the lady is smiling and raising her hand, and it retains all the details of the original image. The camera movement is smooth and seamless. Another example shows her dancing, and even if we generate multiple versions, the consistency is maintained. As you can see, Seedance really excels at maintaining high fidelity and smooth camera movement, making it an excellent tool for creating dynamic videos from your images. Another great feature is that Seedance allows you to enable auto sound and auto speech, but since we already have the audio we want for the music video, we can keep that turned off to avoid any random sounds or speech. This way we have full control over the final product, and we can achieve exactly the look and feel we want for the video. Alright, so the video we generated from the prompt and image we created earlier looks really good. Once you have what you need, you can just click on download and choose whether you want to save it as an MP4, a GIF, or a WebM file. That's how I downloaded all the clips I needed for the music video. Now that we have the lyrics, the music with vocals, the images, and the video clips, it's time to put everything together using CapCut. Coming into CapCut, the first thing I did was bring in all the video clips I generated using Seedance, as well as the animated video from Midjourney. I also imported the music from Suno. That includes both the vocals and the instrumental. The next step was to start placing everything on the timeline, beginning with the clips and matching them to the parts of the audio they best fit. The first thing I did was drag and drop the vocal track into the timeline, as you can see here. Then I added the instrumental and placed it underneath. After that, I started listening closely to each part of the music, using the scenes I had planned out ahead of time. I began selecting the video clips I generated, either from Midjourney or Seedance 1.0, and started placing them in strategic spots throughout the timeline, just like you're seeing here. Now, once all the images and clips were placed, the natural next step was to start adding transitions, effects, and other enhancements. But if you notice from the final music video, the character's mouth actually moves in sync with the vocals, as if she's singing the song. But when you play through the raw clips, she's not doing anything yet. So I needed to lip sync the different parts of the video. There are several lip syncing tools you can use for this. Two of the most popular are Dreamina, which is owned by ByteDance as well, and Dreamface. For this video, I use Dreamface, and I'll walk you through that process. I'll also show you how Dreamina works, just in case you prefer using that. There are other tools out there too, like Hydra, but I didn't use that one for this particular project. To handle the lip syncing, there are two main ways you can go about it. First, when using Dreamface, it's important to mute the instrumental track and only use the vocal audio. That's because Dreamface doesn't know how to separate vocals from instrumentals, so if both are playing, the character might start reacting to beats instead of lip movements. Dreamina, which I'll show you shortly, actually handles that better. For Dreamface, once you've muted the instrumentals, go ahead and select the clips you want to lip sync, right click and choose range, then select clip and export that clip by itself. You'll also need to export the vocal tracks separately. One thing to keep in mind, Dreamface can handle up to 10 minutes of lip syncing, but the input video file size must be under 100 megabytes. So you might need to break your video into smaller sections and lip sync each one individually. Now, during the music video, there are parts I chose not to lip sync. So when you're preparing your exports, you can skip those sections. For example, if I want to lip sync just this section of the video, I'd press B on the keyboard to cut the audio at that point. point, then mute the instrumental. After that, I'd select all the video clips within that section. Once you right-click and select Export, a pop-up box will appear. Here, you can choose to export in either 1080p or 2K. Just make sure to keep an eye on the file size so it doesn't exceed 100 megabytes. I usually select 2K and ensure that only the video option is enabled with everything else turned off. Then I click Export, and it saves the clip to my chosen location. After the video export is done, you'll need to do the same for the audio. Go back to the timeline, set the volume to 0 for the video track, and this time during export, switch off the video and turn on audio only. Rename the file to keep things organized, select just the session you want to export, and click Export. That gives you the clean vocal track for Dreamface to use for lip syncing. Once you're in Dreamface, click on Avatar Video. Then go to the section that says Photos and Video and click Upload. Select the video clip you just exported and it will be added to your workspace, like the one you see here. After the video is in, head over to the Audio tab and upload the vocal track you previously exported. I'll just go ahead and select the one I prepared earlier by browsing to the folder, choosing the right file and clicking Open. Once the audio is uploaded, just click on Generate and Dreamface will automatically start syncing the lips to match the vocals. Alright, so that's how I was able to generate the lip synced portions for some parts of the video using Dreamface. Once you're satisfied with the result, just download it and you're good to go. Now let me quickly show you how Dreamina works before we move on to the next part of the video editing. So coming over to Dreamina, it allows you to upload your character under the AI avatar section. Then you can choose between generation, effect, master and fast. For this project, I selected master for better quality. After that, upload your audio file just like I've done here. Now, one thing to note, Dreamina only supports about 15 seconds of audio per lip sync session, so keep that in mind. Also, for some reason, it's been taking an average of 4 hours to complete lip syncs. As you can see here, it's showing 1 hour remaining, but I actually started this almost 4 hours ago. I'm not sure what's causing the delay, but once you hit generate, it starts processing. Let me show you an example I created earlier with a different character, just so you can see how the final result looks. Once I had all the lip synced files ready, I brought them back into CapCut and replaced the original clips as you can see here. The next step was to enhance the visuals by adding transitions and effects to make the video flow better and look more polished. First, I expanded the timeline for better visibility. Then, anywhere that felt like a rough or abrupt cut, I added a transition. I clicked on the transition tab up here, browsed through the options and dragged the one I liked into the space between two clips. That's how I added all these smooth transitions you see between each section. After that, I moved on to applying effects. I clicked on the effect tab and searched for ones that match the vibe of the video. I used the flame frame effect, gold sparkles and the feather effect and repeated them at different points throughout the video to maintain consistency and style. Once I was done adding all the effects, I also added the title you see at the beginning of the video, which includes the name of the song and the credit produced by the Zini Studio. After that, I played through the entire video to make sure everything looked and flowed the way I wanted. So now let's play the full video so you can see how it all came together.
Follow me, go. Hey, no weapon, no sorrow. I was dancing in the dark, but grace found me. They try to pull me down, all who around me. Now I shine like morning sun on my destiny. You go feel the fire when you step with me. Step with me to victory, and daily they guide me. Now joy they carry me, no fear can fight me. Oh. Holy Spirit, they my thoughts, step by step I go where you go. No stress, I got the control. Angele, don't be by my power, no Baba God is shower. Angele, I did dance my pain away, I love it I my way. From Lagos to Jody, and I feel my sound. Even when them doubt me, I no slow down. I dey carry favor like designer gown. If you see my shine, you go bada. Who dey bless you like this and God? Who dey live you like this and God? Who dey vibe steady and God? Who dey vibe steady and God? Who dey bless you like this and God? Who dey live she like this now, who the vibe say this now, who the kind of story? Angela, let's go follow, no be by my hustle. I'm a bag of the bubble. Angela, I dance like I do feel, 'cause it's love they carry.
It's finally time to continue our AI storytelling series with one of my favorite tools, CapCut. Check the description below for links to the previous videos if you want to start from the beginning. That's where you'll also find links to chapters, so you can skip ahead or easily go back and find previous sections if you need to refresh your memory. This video is a little bit longer than usual, so that should help you navigate it. In this video, we're going to take all of our AI-generated images and turn them into a kid's storybook. We won't be animating the characters in the way you might imagine a cartoon is animated, but we will be making this storybook super engaging with turning pages and simple keyframe effects that'll put our images in motion. Now, let me preface this video by saying that while CapCut does have plenty of fun AI features that make it an invaluable asset, and I might go into the details of some of those features in the future, the AI portion of my CapCut workflow in this video is only a very brief segment you'll see much later on. This is hands-on manual editing, but I find it really fun, and I hope you will too. Now, as you can see, I've already gotten started editing my video. I was so excited to try something new at the beginning by removing the king's background, so I dove into keyframe editing a bit early in my workflow. So that's why I'm fast-forwarding through this part, because my normal workflow usually starts elsewhere. We'll get back to keyframes in just a little bit. So after all the images and my voiceover are imported, I usually begin by lining up each image with the corresponding audio. I can't speed this part up, otherwise the narration will sound like Chipmunk. But you can skip ahead to the next chapter once this part is clear to you. All I'm doing is selecting each image and dragging the edge to make the clip longer or shorter. Matching the text to the images is my only goal in this editing phase. Easy enough, right? But Dumling's feather dropped to his feet. His brothers laughed and ran away, but Dumbling stayed, without dismay. He saw a trap door. Stayed, without dismay. He saw a trap door, right near the spot, lifted it up and down he shot. At the bottom he knocked and heard, "Let's help this human, that's the word." Toads inside, both big and small, asked him, inside, both big and small, asked him, and ran away, but Dumbling stayed, without dismay. He saw "What do you need at all?" "A splendid carpet," Dumbling said. They gave him one in gold and red. His brothers returned with scraps, so they gave him one in gold and red. His brothers returned with scraps. So plain, Dumling's fine carpet made them complain. The king declared, "The youngest has won." Scraps. So plain, Dumling's fine carpet made but the others cried, returned with scraps. So plain, Dumling's fine carpet made them complain. The king declared, "The youngest won." But the others cried, "No, we're not done." "Bring me the best ring," the king then said, and once more threw feathers up over his head. Feathers up over his head. East and west his brothers would go. Again, Dumling's feather dropped straight down below. Oh. Down he went and asked the toad, "Have you a ring to bring back up the road?" Out came a box, inside a ring, more beautiful than anything. His brothers grabbed two rusty things, iron. Out came a box, inside a ring, inside a ring, more beautiful than anything. His brothers grabbed two rusty things, iron rings with not much bling. But Dumling's ring made Dad decide, he wins again, it's hard to hide. More beautiful than anything. His brothers grabbed two rusty things, iron rings with not much bling. But Dumling's ring made Dad decide, inside a ring, more beautiful than anything. His brothers grabbed two rusty things, iron rings with not much bling. But Dumling's ring made Dad decide, But Dumling's ring made Dad decide, he wins again, it's hard to hide. He wins again, it's hard to hide. Still. Bling. But Dumling's ring made Dad decide, he wins again, it's hard to hide. He wins again, it's hard to hide. Still, the brothers weren't impressed. One more task, they did suggest. The best woman? Bring her to me, and then we'll see who'll Down he went and asked the toad. Down he went and asked the toad, "Have you a ring to bring back up the road?" Out came a box, inside a ring, more beautiful than anything. His brothers grabbed two rusty things, iron rings with not much bling. But Dumling's ring. Brothers weren't impressed. One more task, they did suggest. The best woman? Go over for me. Dumling went back to his friendly toad, asked for help in her humble abode. Dumling went back to his friendly toad, asked for help in her humble abode. The toad gave him a turnip and mice, but Dumling was so nice. "Just add one toad," she said with glee. "Then watch what happens. Wait and see." He put the toad inside, and poof! Out came a lady. She was the proof. Turnip to carriage, mice to horse. They rode to the king with no remorse. The brothers, meanwhile, brought a couple duds, some peasant ladies covered in mud. The king said, "Dumling, you've won it all." But the brothers cried, King said, "Dumling, But the brothers cried, "Test them first, before you make the call." A hoop was hung as the final test to see which lady could. A hoop was hung as the final test to see which lady could jump through best. See which lady could jump through best. The peasant women set their sights, but they couldn't jump high. Sights, but they couldn't jump high at all, try as they might. Dumling's maiden jumped into. Lady could jump through best. The peasant women set their sights, but they couldn't jump high at all. Was hung as the final test to see which lady could jump through best. The peasant women set their sights, but test them first before you make the call. A hoop was hung. To see which lady could jump through best. But the brothers cried, "Test them first, before you make the call." A hoop. Test them first, before you make the call. A hoop was hung as the final test to see which lady could jump through best. The peasant women set their sights. The peasant women set their sights, but they couldn't jump high at all, try as they might. Dumling's maiden jumped into the air. She leapt right through without a care. The king said, "Son, the crown's for you." "Son, the crown's for you." And so he won, fair and true. Now Dumlings dropped the dumb, you see. Try as they might. Dumling's maiden jumped into the air. She leapt right through without a care. The king said, "Son," the crown's for you." And so he won, fair and true. Now Dumlings dropped the dumb, you see, and goes by Ling, the king to be. King Ling will rule without a doubt. The crown's for you. And so he won, fair and true. Now Dumlings dropped the dumb, you see, and goes by Ling, the king to be. King Ling will rule without a doubt, and his brothers, they still pout. Pout. Okay, now it's time to put each scene in motion with keyframes. Again, I'm going to keep the editing in real time so you can hear the audio as I work. This might seem complicated at first, but if you watch me do it enough times, I know you'll start to get it. Basically, using keyframes lets you select your start frame and your end frame, so that CapCut can create motion in between the two frames. One flew west. I select the frame I want to work on, move my playhead into the starting place, then I simply click this little diamond up here. I move my playhead into the next position within the frame, adjust my image up here, and you'll see that my next keyframe, this little diamond down here, one flew west, appears automatically. Now when we hit play, we'll see the image move from keyframe to keyframe. That's all I'm doing on repeat throughout the rest of this segment. One flew west, and one. One flew west, and one flew east, but Dumbling's feather dropped to his feet. But Dumbling's feather dropped to his feet. His brothers laughed and ran away, but Dumbling stayed, without dismay. He saw a trap door, right near the spot, lifted it up and down he shot. At the bottom he knocked and heard, "Let's help this human, that's the word." Door, right near the spot, lifted it up and down he shot. At the bottom he knocked and heard, "Let's help this human, that's the word." At the bottom he knocked and heard, "Let's help this human, that's the word." Toads inside, both big and small, asked him, "What do you need at all?" "A splendid carpet," Dumbling said. They gave him one in gold and red. His brothers returned with He saw a trap door, right near the spot, lifted it up and down he shot. At the bottom he knocked and heard, "Let's help this human." His brothers returned with scraps. So plain, Dumbling's fine carpet made them complain. His brothers returned with scraps. So plain, Dumbling's fine carpet made them complain. The king declared. Dumbling's fine carpet made them complain. The king declared, "The youngest has won." But the others cried, "No, we're not done." The youngest has won. But the others cried, "No, we're not done." The youngest has won. But the others cried, "No, we're not done." But the others cried, "No, we're not done." "Bring me the best ring," the king then said, and once more threw feathers up over his. "Oh, we're not done." "Bring me the best ring," the king then said, and once more threw feathers up over his head. East and west his brothers would go. East and west his brother. And west his brothers would go. His head. East and west his brothers would go. Again, Dummeling's feather dropped straight down below. Again, Dummeling's feather dropped straight down below. Down he went and down he went and asked the toad, "Have you a ring to bring back up the road? Have you a ring to bring back up the... more beautiful than anything?" "Have you a ring to bring back up the road?" Out came a box, inside a ring, more beautiful than anything. His brothers grabbed two rusty things, iron rings with not much bling. His brothers grabbed two rusty things, iron rings with not much bling. But Dummeling's ring made Dad decide. But Dummeling's ring made Dad decide. He wins again. It's hard to hide. Still. He wins again. It's hard to hide. Still, the brothers weren't impressed. One more task, they did suggest. The brothers weren't impressed. One more task, they did suggest. The best woman, bring her to me. Then we'll see who'll take over for me. One more task, they did suggest. The best woman, bring her to me. Then we'll see who'll take over for... Okay, I'm being really OCD here. I cut most of this part out because my perfectionism is a lengthy process. But there are certain parts of this narration that I wanted to sound differently. So I went back into 11 Labs to try and get the result I was looking for. The best woman, bring her to me. Then we'll see who'll take over for me. The best woman, bring her to me. Then we'll see who'll take over for me. The best woman, bring her to me. Then we'll see who'll take over for me. The best woman, bring her to me. Then we'll see who'll take over for me. The best woman, bring her to me. Then we'll see who'll take over for me. The best woman, bring her to me. Then we'll see who'll take over for me. The best woman, bring her to me. Then we'll see who'll take over for me. The best woman, bring her to me. Then we'll see who'll take over for me. The best woman, bring her to me. Then we'll see who'll take over for me. The best woman, bring her to me. Then we'll see who'll take over for me. We'll see who'll take over. Just. The best woman, bring her to me. Then we'll see who'll take over for me. Dummling went back to his friendly toad, asked for help in her humble abode. The toad gave him a turnip and mice, but Dummling wasn't The toad gave him a turnip and mice, but Dummling wasn't sure that was so nice. Just add one toad, she said with glee. Then watch what happens. Wait and see. Nice. Just add one toad, she said with glee. Then watch what happens. Wait and see. He put the toad inside, and poof, out came a lady. Toad, she said with glee. Then watch what happens. Wait and see. He put the toad inside, and poof, out came a lady. She was the proof. Turnip to carriage, mice to horse. turnip to carriage, mice to horse. They rode to the king with no remorse. The brothers, meanwhile, brought a couple duds. Some peasant ladies covered in mud. The king said, "Dummling, you've won it all." But the brothers cried, The king said, "Dummling, you've won it all." But the brothers cried, "Test them first, before you..." A hoop was hung as the final test to see which lady could jump. But the brothers cried, "Test them first, before you make the call." A hoop was hung as the final test to see which lady could jump through best. The peasant women. A hoop was hung as the final test to see which lady could jump through best. The peasant women set their sights. The peasant women set their sights, but they couldn't jump high at all, try as they might. Dumbling's maiden jumped into the air. Dumbling's maiden jumped into the air. She leapt right through without a care. The king said, "Son, the crown's for you." Care. The king said, "Son, the crown's for you." And so the king said, "Son, the crown's for you." And so he won, fair and true. Now, the crown's for you. Son, the crown's for you. And so he won, fair and true. Now, Dummling. king said, "Son, the crown's for you." And so he won, fair and true. Now Dummelings dropped the dumb, you see, and goes by Ling, the king to be. King Ling will rule without a doubt, and his brothers, they still pout. Brothers, they still pout. And his brothers, they still pout. Then I simply went through the entire video and added transitions between each scene. For my storybook videos, I found a free page-turning transition that's really fun. Click Transition up here, search for Page, and this page-turning transition should pop up. The king grew old and said, "This part's a bit tedious. As of this recording, I still haven't figured out how to add the transitions between each scene all in one shot. The techie in me knows there has to be something I'm missing, but I haven't discovered it just yet. So I add in each transition one by one until I'm all done." Move the playhead where I want my transition, click the little plus button, and repeat. Now it's time for the one AI feature I use in every single one of my storybook videos, generating captions. Click on Captions up here, and then click on Templates to browse some of the preset styles that they have available. I'm using a premium template, but anything that doesn't say Pro is available for free users to use. Click Generate and you'll see all of your captions pop up in a new row down here. Then I just have to review them and make corrections to any mistakes I find. Once there was a king with 3 sons. 2 were smart, but one you'd call dumb. Dummling, the youngest, didn't talk much. His brothers always teased him a bunch. The king grew old and said, "Let's see. He who brings the best carpet will rule after me." He blew 3 feathers into the air. "Follow them, boys, if you dare." 1 flew west and 1 flew east, but Dumling's feather dropped to his feet. His brothers laughed and ran away, but Dummling stayed, without dismay. He saw a trap door right near the spot, lifted it up and down he shot. At the bottom he knocked and heard, "Let's help this human, that's the word." Toads inside, both big and small, asked him, "What do you need at all?" "A splendid carpet," Dummling said. They gave him one in gold and red. His brothers returned with scraps. So plain, Dumling's fine carpet made them complain. The king declared, "The youngest has..." If you find a mistake, you only have to come over here and click on Captions. Then you can change any of the text. This needs an apostrophe here. All of the captions are selected by default when they're generated, but if you accidentally click somewhere else on the screen, you may deselect them. So if you don't see the caption option up here, that's probably why. Just select your captions to bring the caption option back up. King declared, "The young carpet made them complain." The king declared, "The youngest has won." But the others cried, "No, we're not done." "Bring me the best ring," the king then said, and once more threw feathers up over his head. East and west his brothers would go. Again, Dumbling's feather dropped and we need another apostrophe. Dumbling's feather dropped straight down below. Down he went and asked the toad, "Have you a ring to bring back up the road?" Out. Every once in a while, you may notice that there are missing words. Usually, dragging the caption box nearest the gap will fix this problem. Yep, that fixed it. If not, though, you can always add the words back in manually. Down he went and asked the toad, "Have you a ring to bring back up the road?" Out came a box, inside a ring, more beautiful than anything. His brothers grabbed two rusty things, iron rings with not much bling. But Dumbling's ring made Dad decide, "He wins again, it's hard to hide." Still, the brothers weren't impressed. One more task, they did suggest. "The best woman, bring her to me, then we'll see who'll take over for me." Dumbling went back to his friendly toad, asked for help in her humble abode. The toad gave him a turnip and mice, but Dumbling wasn't sure that was so nice. "Just add one toad," she said with glee. "Then watch what happens, wait and see." He put the toad inside, and poof! Out came a lady, she was the proof. Turnip to carriage, mice to horse, they rode to the king with no remorse. The brothers, meanwhile, brought a couple duds, some peasant ladies covered in mud. The king said, "Dumbling, you've won it all." But the brothers cried, "Test them first, before you make the call." A hoop was hung as the final test, to see which lady could jump through best. The peasant women set their sights, but they couldn't jump high at all, try as they might. Dumbling's maiden jumped into the air. And yet another missing apostrophe we've got to add back in. A hoop was hung as the final test, to see which lady could jump through best. The peasant women set their sights, but they couldn't jump high at all, try as they might. Dumbling's maiden jumped into the air. She leapt right through without a care. The king said, "Son, the crown's for you." And so he won, fair and true. Now Dumblings dropped the dumb. One more apostrophe. Now Dumblings dropped the dumb, you see, and goes by Ling, the king to be. King Ling will rule without a doubt, and his brothers, they still pout. I'm sure I've missed more mistakes, so I'll definitely be watching this a couple more times before I finalize everything, but that's the basic idea. I'll add in my end screen, and that's pretty much it.